All right, so today we're going to work on a floater frame. We're going to put a standard canvas into the floater frame, and then also if you're using panels, you're going to have to put a flat spacer behind the panel. So we'll show you how to do that. So the first thing I'll do is once this goes in, it just stays simply like that. And I'll show you how to install that. But because the panel, of course, is flat like that, we want to raise it up, so we're going to need a spacer to make that difference. So the first thing we do is get adhesive caulking. I like to use the Gorilla construction adhesive. Go around the whole outside edge. I'm pretty generous with this caulking because I do not want it to fall or to slip or to move anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to take the panel. This flat spacer is cut slightly smaller than this panel. This panel is I believe it's 11 by 14, so I made this just slightly smaller so it doesn't show. So I'm just going to kick it in just slightly, apply some pressure. With this particular caulking, once it adheres like this, it pretty much stays pretty good. You just let it set. If you want to put a little bit of weight on it, you can put a little weight. I wouldn't put a lot of weight because then it presses the caulking too flat and it doesn't adhere well. Okay, so now what I do first is I use a drill tip with a countersink. So I'll just mark 4 holes on the back. That's the way I typically do it. Okay, you can get this countersink and drill tip at most any hardware. I particularly like this one because it has a tapered end, so when it comes through the opposite side, it doesn't make a big mess. It has a nice clean hole that comes through the opposite side. Let me just clean this off. Okay, so take our canvas. This is the way I do it. I'll center it, I'll eye it, make sure it's properly centered. Take a piece of foam core or a piece of cardboard. Now I'm going to go from the underside. Now I use these particular screws. It has like a serrated edge to it, so it kind of like drills its way in. So one of the problems that you have is that when you screw into the back of the stretcher bar, it sometimes follows the grain and it'll drive the canvas to the left or the right. So with this particular screw, it usually eliminates that. So you try for the first one to go underside. Get one in. I go to the opposite corner. Make sure it still stays. Two. Now if you want to, you can flip it over. I'll still use the foam core. I don't want to press into the canvas and put an indentation into the canvas with my fingertip. Okay, that's it. And that goes the same thing if you want to use the, if you're going to use the panel, just put the thread right into the wood. This way it makes it very secure and it's not going to slip out.